Manchester United's defence this year is definitely the weakness in the squad, and if the Portuguese press are correct, it looks like Victor Lindelof, the 22-year-old Benfica centre-back, could well be making his way to Manchester United in January. Now, Victor has been linked to Man United since November. We'll cover those rumours later on, but reports emerged from Portuguese newspaper O Jogo on Monday that Benfica president Luís Filipe Vieira was in Manchester to finalise a deal worth €45 million to bring Lindelof to Old Trafford. Now, that has been followed up on Tuesday morning in the Portuguese press in both A Bola and Record on their front pages, and they are supporting the same story. A Bola is going as far as saying he's basically got both feet out of the door of Benfica. He is on his way to join Jose Mourinho at Manchester United. Again, the fee quoted is €45 million, but A Bola say it could rise to €60 million based on performance-based bonuses. I don't know what they are. It's just, you know what happens. It's like Anthony Martial when we signed him. It was based on performance-based bonuses, so his fee increased when he scored an X amount of goals. It sounds like that's the same sort of thing going on with Lindelof. And the interesting thing here, and the thing I can't really get my head around, is there was release clauses leaked earlier this season off Sporting Lisbon and Benfica. Now, Lindelof, his release clause was down as €30 million. And there is some confusion as to whether that release clause applies this summer or applies next summer. Obviously, if it was €30 million and we ended up paying 45, United are getting mugged off. But we got mugged off from Marouane and Fellaini when David Moyes kept his head in the sand and then signed him after his release clause expired. So it would be no surprise to see Man United overpay for a player. And let's be honest, Man United always overpay for a player. Clubs know we need players. Clubs know we've got money. 2 + 2, overpriced. Now, as I said, this is not the first time these Lindelof stories have emerged. Back in November, his agent was playing up United's interest, saying there was lots of clubs around Europe interested in Lindelof. And he also followed that up a week later by then saying that he was happy at Benfica and didn't want to leave. Make your mind up, he's basically being an agent, doing an agent's job and perking interest in his player. Now, let's be honest, Man United's defence this season has been very shaky. At the moment with Jones and Rojo playing so well, it's looking good. But I look at Everton, I look at Everton 1-1, I look at the 1-1 against Arsenal, the 1-1 against Stoke. 3 games in which Man United concede late goals because our defence has a lapse of concentration, it has a lack of aggressiveness. And that's something that Lindelof is aggressive centre-back. He's played with Zlatan Ibrahimovic at Euro 2016 and he's 6'2", he's powerful, he's a Eric Bailly type defender. And you can see Mourinho building this team that he wants, and Eric Bailly was a defender that he looks like a Mourinho defender, somebody who is full-blooded, aggressive, but composed at the same time. By composed, I mean his timing is superb. And Lindelof, is well thought of, but I've been speaking straight away to a few Benfica fans, and they're laughing at the prices involved. But Portuguese clubs have a tendency to be able to sell players at ridiculous fees. We're looking at Benfica. You can look at Angel Di Maria. You can look at Philippe Contrao. You can look at Renato Sanchez. They've had superb, and David Luiz as well. They've done very well on selling players, and they always will. They seem to be able to bring these players in from nowhere, lots of them South American, and then be able to sell them on for a good fee. Now, I know that Man United need a new centre-back. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but for me, it's quite obvious. And if we do sign Lindelof, that would mean we've got a pretty good set of options in it. I would have Bailly and Lindelof probably as a starting 2. And then you've got Jones and Smalling as 2 natural replacements. And then you've got Rojo and Blind as 2 utility players who can play on the fullback, on the wings. Sorry, not on the wings, as fullbacks and as centre-backs as well. Blind can also play as a defensive midfielder. Now, let me know whether you think we truly do need a centre-back. But for me, it's a key weakness in this squad. Jones' emergence is wonderful. And maybe Jones is going to grow into that defender that we always wanted him to be, and we don't need a new centre-back. Maybe Smalling is going to come back and be the centre-back he was last year. Maybe we're being unfair on Rojo. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But for me, it's quite obvious. I think we do need a new centre-back. And whether that means that Rojo goes in the summer or in January, probably won't after the form he's in. I don't know. But let me know your comments below. And we'll keep bringing you updates on this Victor Lindelof story as it keeps continuing. But the Portuguese press are in unison on Tuesday morning saying that Lindelof is on his way to Man United. Drop a like on the video if you would, please. Subscribe to United People's TV. And as I said, we'll continue to bring you more updates on this Lindelof. And we're also going to do a fact file on him to give you all the information you need to know about Man United's potential new signing. Take it easy.